How is everybody? It is Friday kind of midday. It is insanely warm in New Jersey. It's like 55 degrees. So you'll notice the bread box is gone because it's drying. Now I know I kind of talked about like filming myself doing the bread box, but I gotta be honest, guys, like, do you really want to watch me spray paint something and then film the paint drying? Like, this isn't exciting content in my world. What I'd rather talk about is kind of a product review, not sponsored at all, just with my Christmas money. I bought myself a couple of sweaters from, I think it's pronounced Belle Poque. I think it's pronounced Belle Poque. I'm wearing one right now. And see, I'm wearing some of that jewelry from the jewelry haul. And I don't know if you guys can see this. Can you see how beautiful these are? I'm feeling very fancy today. In fact, if you guys can see this, this is a snood. For those of you that don't know what a snood is, they're just a hairpiece that was very popular in the 1940s, especially because a lot of women were working in factories and they needed to be able to keep their hair back, but they didn't want to cut their hair, which I get. Like, you know, even shoulder length hair, you really needed to do something with it. And they didn't really do ponytails. They did stuff like this. And snoods are still worn by a lot of women who are part of different ethnic cultures, but also religious sects who women have to cover their hair. So you can still buy snoods. In fact, I got this off Amazon. I got another one in mustard because if you want to dress in the 40s, you got to embrace mustard. But mustard can be nowhere near this face because it makes me look like a reject from The Walking Dead. So I can't wear mustard around my face, but that's why I accessorize, because way back here doesn't affect all this. Anyway, so I wanted to show you the sweaters I got, one of which is this. And the great thing is they were all on clearance. This is the best time of year to buy sweaters. Even a short sleeve sweater like this is going to be on clearance this time of year. It's kind of another great time is like in June. If there is a sweater left in a warehouse, it is for sale in June. Trust me on this one. So I'm going to show you the other ones I got. And keep in mind, none of these sweaters were over 20 bucks. And then I think I got free shipping because I ended up spending a total of 35 with all the sweaters I got. So yeah, it was a good deal. They're not wool. Obviously, they're not true vintage. They were made probably in China last week, but I really needed sweaters. I think I gave away the majority of my sweaters when I moved to Puerto Rico, thinking I don't need sweaters in Puerto Rico. Very true. But then, you know, massive hurricane, and I decided to move back to the main island, the big island. Anyway, so these are the sweaters I got. This was called Blush Pink. This cable one, which I'm not sure how it's going to appear. You see the cable? It's really nice. It's got a banded bottom. This one they just called Red, like Red 3, something like that. It is actually, in my opinion, more of a rose. It's got that slight kind of undertone that's a little pinker and less blue. And then there's this one. And this one was like red number 5 or something, right? I love the color red. Love these little, and this actually, you can see it actually looks pinker on camera. It is definitely pinker. Let me show you the two of them next to each other. Can you see how the one is definitely, this one is more pink than this one? But neither of them are a real true red. They don't have that bluish undertone that a true red is supposed to have. So that's what I did with some of my Christmas money. Another thing I did with some of my Christmas money is right after Christmas, the Vermont Country Store always has a sale. And one of the things they put on sale was this. And I just thought it was so cute. I don't know if you guys can see it. So let me turn the nose on for you. Is the nose going? Hold on. Come on. Don't tell me I broke it already. Sorry, the nose lights up. Of course, it's not going to do it now because we're on camera. And now I got to take it out of the packaging. It's hard to do because it's one of those things where it's like, you know, you can test it in the packaging, but then you can't really, you know. Anyway, you know what? We're not going to spend a lot of time on this. His nose lights up. Let me see if I can just get to it a little bit. Can you see that? so that you can see it. I got this. This was like $20, but then they put it on sale for like 13. This kind of stuff, I'm not really into kitsch, but first of all, it reminded me of something my mom had, which I think was Rudolph, and I think it was from the 50s. My littles on the school bus, they go nuts for this stuff. It's amazing how easy it is to make them like just light up and just giggle and just be so happy. So I got it for 13 bucks. I got it. It's really, really vintage looking. Obviously, it's, again, not true vintage. It's probably made in China last month. And it was just so cute. And they're going to love this. I'm going to keep it in the packaging, and I'll wear it next year on my lapel when I'm driving the school bus, and they'll love it. So another thing that I got this week, which was really weird, somebody just gave these to me because they were like, are these vintage? And I was like, yeah, they look vintage. And they were like, you can have them. I was like, all right. Were these. Now, these are corn cob holders, and it's a set that's not, it's obviously, sorry, not in great shape, but it's also missing a piece. In fact, there are 3 sets of these and then one odd one. So somebody threw this in, which is kind of funny because it's like looks like a steak knife or something. But they threw this in. But you know what? I don't care. I thought these were so groovy, and I think they're probably 50s or 60s, but they have a very 1940s look to them. 1940s like vegetables as a theme, like on kitchen products and things, is really prevalent. You'll see it like a lot. Yeah, I got those. And for someone to just be like, hey, are these vintage? And I was like, yeah, they are. And they were like, do you want them? Because, we're not going to sell them. It was at that antique place I go to. So it's cool. Now, the other thing I've been doing is I've been working on, where is it? I've been working on this pattern, this skirt view, right? And remember I said I went into my UFOs, and pulled out some fabric and all that. Well, me and my absolutely infinite wisdom and dyslexic squirrel brain didn't cut an entire side panel. And then the fabric was in these weird cut pieces, like they were big, but not big enough for this side panel. So I had to improvise. So this is the skirt so far. I got to work on it a little bit more today. It's all together. I have to add the zipper. I actually think it was kind of a happy, accident, because I ended up putting these 2 pieces together. I don't know how well you guys can see it on film. You see that seam there? These 2 pieces I had to piece together to create this side piece. Oh, and then it was also too short. So I had to sew where this other seam is the piece in. So it kind of came out kind of interesting, right? And it is pretty beautiful. So I think what I'm going to do is over here, I'm going to do like a fake pocket coming off of here to kind of tie it all up and cover this seam ever so little. See this seam here? I think I'm going to cover that with a fake pocket that's got piping. I might even do a real pocket, but the problem with doing a pocket on top of a dress is it really changes the line of the dress. And this is a 1930s dress. If it had pockets, they would have been in the side, or they would have been a slash pocket on this side, kind of like almost like what we have with jeans. But I was thinking I could do what's called, I don't even know if this word is still viable, but there's something called a coin pocket. And coin pockets are literally these ridiculously small pockets, kind of like the ones, if you have any pair of jeans, you probably have a coin pocket. It's that stupid little pocket inside the other pocket of your jeans. That's called a coin pocket. And they're not really supposed to be a usable pocket. They will literally fit a quarter or a dime, which back in the day was all you needed to make a phone call. Let me explain, kids. Way back in olden times, kids, there were these things called payphones before people could carry their phone around with them or film on them or whatever you want to do with your phone. You didn't carry a little computer in your pocket. If you needed to call somebody, you had to actually use this thing, and it was usually attached to the wall, or it was sitting in the hallway, and it was a rotary phone, and then a push-button phone later. So having a quarter on you or a dime on you at all times was a great thing to have, because I remember actually when payphones went up to 20 cents and people were losing their crap over them going up to 25 cents or 20 cents. And then in the 90s, they went up to 25 briefly before they were completely ousted from the market by, you know, what we now know as cell phones or mobile phones. But I think that was the origin of coin pockets, was literally just a place where, you know, you could put a coin in case you needed to make some type of an emergency phone call. So, but anyway, so that's my progress. I'm going to finish this up today. Probably, maybe, I don't know. I got to finish the bread box. It's drying. I know I was going to show you guys the bread box, but it just seems so stupid to shoot a video of myself spray painting something. I mean, unless I'm tagging a building with really fabulous graffiti art, there's no reason to do this. So until the next video, which I'm not sure what that'll be about, but you know, something will come up, right? I will see you guys and have a good weekend and have a great day and just hang in there. Let's all stay positive. Got a couple days left and let's hope for the best. And I will see you in the next video. Like, subscribe, please comment. I love comments. I love the attention. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.